I know that the market looks really, really good, but I would always caution any type of pump or rally going into the weekend. Now, if you haven't been paying attention to what's going on in the markets, you found the right channel. My name is Crypto Millie, and every day I talk about crypto. First and foremost, I want to talk about some of the cracks we're already seeing within the system, and specifically the private credit sector. So if you haven't been paying attention, BlackRock limited withdrawals for some of their clients and customers. Now, on the outside, that's it's not really affecting the markets. Merely, if the markets is pumping, but historically, whenever you see that happening, that's a signal. And when you couple that with a potential oil crisis, I know oil is rising and we're seeing a lot of money going into crypto. What's happening, in my opinion, is a lot of that stock money. A lot of people are looking to rotate those stock profits into a asset that may have been suppressed over time, which is crypto. So this is a great opportunity for you to double up, triple up, and in some cases 5x, 10x your stock profits, because crypto has been suppressed and decoupling against the stocks. If you haven't been paying attention, stocks have been rising and crypto really has been feeling like it's been absolutely doing anything. But now we're starting to see the switch get flipped on. The irony here is that we're having currently could be in the process of starting an oil crisis and still in the beginning stages. And historically, whenever we see an oil crisis, it leads to inflation and in some cases, a struggling economy, specifically for retail. Now, again, the 1%, the elites, they don't really feel this, right? They don't, stuff goes up. It's like, okay, we got money. We don't care. But like, retail, we feel this. Out of everybody that gets burnt, we're the only people that get burnt. You know what I'm saying? Oil makes the U.S. money because the U.S. is one of the biggest oil providers. But you're already starting to see countries say, hey, we're going into our oil reserves. And historically, you can go back to 1970, 1990, all of these different oil crises, it always creates pain first, then gains down the line. So I'm saying that to say this is not a bearish video. This is a awareness video, because I believe the people that's going to make it in the next cycle are the ones that show resilience.
And now a word from the sponsors of our video, Bitget. And this one's actually worth paying attention to. Bitget launched the world's first tokenized stock perpetual contracts. That means you can now long or short the biggest names in global equities. Think Tesla, Nvidia, Apple, using USDT Tether. No brokerage account, no market hours, no BS. And that's the thing, this runs 24/7. Traditional stock markets close. Crypto doesn't. Now your stock exposure doesn't either. This is all part of the Bitget Universal Exchange, one app covering crypto, stocks, commodities, DeFi, and TradFi. It's not just a crypto exchange anymore, it's a command center for every asset class. And if you're new and you were interested in some of the tokens I talk about on my channel, like Tau and Jasmine, they're giving you a $10 free on your first order. Link will be in the description. Go check it out right now after the video. Go check it out.
Appreciate your job right now, because if you go look at the job market, it's absolutely horrific. So people who will have accessible capital to be able to DCA and invest into bottlenecks, constraints, and backbones of the next era, which clearly looks like it's going to be the intelligence era, will succeed. And that's my strategy. Patience, not getting over emotional, and putting myself in a position to have accessible capital to buy the dip. Because in short term, midterm, we see uncertainty, we see rockiness, but over time, we see a regime change, a financial reset, a Fed flip. Because usually when you have these oil crises, they create recessions or potential recessions, and either the Fed lets the recession happen, they tighten, they, go into contraction back in again, I know nobody wants to see that, but ironically, I made my most money when the economy wasn't contracting, right? The Fed was raising the rates. So, I'm not going to say they're going to raise the rates, but if the inflation thing actually becomes a thing, then they can't cut rates, which is what everybody's expecting. So after the pain, you usually see a Fed pivot, some sort of stimulus or form of stimulus, and then economic expansion. Now, we don't know what that timeline will be, but we do know what's happening. There's a competition over the grid, the energy grid. There is arguments over ocean, internet sea cables that's on the ocean floor. There's a war over compute and the energy grid. And there's multiple constraints from a physical perspective that's slowing down the scalability of artificial intelligence. Now, at some point we get there, but we're not there yet. The winners of this cycle will be the ones that identify these constraints and invest into the backbones of the next economy. So what I'm paying attention to is AI infrastructure, compute, data, coordination, verification, the agentic economy. We've seen deep pockets like Brian Armstrong and Elon Musk, coming out and saying like AI agents are the future of the blockchain. When you look at the transactions and, X402 and how that's starting to increase. So, on the positive, we've seen, 2 months of expansion from the PMI. I know today we got the GDP and it was like 0.7. The expectations was like 1 point something. So that did come down, right? So that shows you that even though from a industrial perspective, we're seeing expansion, from an economy perspective, we're still seeing contraction. So I'm saying that to say this, guys, don't get too overly hyped about this rally. A lot of my favorite altcoins are still under key moving averages, including Bitcoin. Bitcoin dominance itself still hasn't come down to an area where altcoins can really, really thrive. And you'll start to see crazy numbers if that Bitcoin dominance comes down. And we are in the middle of geopolitical tension and a potential oil crisis while the private credit sector is starting to show cracks. So I know that was a lot. I think by the end of Q4, maybe we see a replacement of J Powell. I would pay attention to March 18th for two things. NVIDIA, if they continue to say compute is a constraint, and then J Powell and the gang. If J Powell and the gang say, hey, we're expecting 2 cuts, that's bullish. If they revise to only 1 cut for the rest of the year, that, in my opinion, is bearish, aka hawkish. But let me know what you think about what's going on in the market, guys, because I know as retail, things are about to get extremely expensive, and it sucks when you see crypto pumping like this and you're like, man, I want to buy the dip, Millie, but like the risk towards my responsibilities is just too much. I truly understand. Let me know how you feel about the current market. Go crazy in the comment box. Place your sentiment there. And if you want to get good quality videos out, make sure to share this with a friend or family. It's your boy Crypto Millie, and I'll see you in the next one.